rugby ele não é só um esporte, ele é mudança de vida.
Para mim, o esporte é uma ferramenta de transformação.
Que quem conhece o rugby e está dentro dele tem essa visão. Que se eu posso aqui, eu posso lá fora também. Então nada me limita.
Para mim é incrível poder jogar rugby. E ainda quebrar todo esse estereótipo que o pessoal tem com a tetraplegia. As pessoas olham pra gente achando que é casca de ovo, né? Ah, não pode encostar que vai quebrar. E acho que o rugby quebra muito isso.
A adrenalina que eu consegui perder lá atrás, no rugby eu conquistei novamente. Porque é um esporte de muito contato, de muita agressividade. A gente tem todo o respeito, assim, que tem um contato, tem a violência, aparente violência, mas aí depois a gente se respeita. Então o rugby eu acho um esporte, dos esportes paralímpicos, é um bem legal de assistir, assim, por conta dessa dinâmica de ser bem correria pra lá e pra cá e muita pancada.
E é um esporte de muita adrenalina, cara, que os atletas batem, caem, levantam, gritam, sabe? Estão ali o tempo inteiro de muita intensidade e isso acaba que atrai o público, sabe?
E a galera começa a perceber que um atleta tetraplégico consegue sim jogar uma modalidade radical, com vários contatos. Isso não tem explicação.
A gente consegue se expressar através do rugby em cadeira de rodas.
Pode conversar com qualquer atleta de rugby, o tanto que isso transformou o seu cotidiano, a sua independência, o seu valor, o seu entendimento enquanto pessoa com deficiência, empodera e faz as pessoas entenderem isso de uma forma lúdica, né?
Você estar numa cadeira de rugby significa que eu vou destruir quadra, sabe? Tipo, é tentar lutar pelo time ou pela seleção mesmo e dar em tudo.
A gente é atleta, a gente gosta de ganhar a qualquer custo, sabe? A batalhar por aquilo.
É tão bom estar com essa camisa no peito como estar representando todas as mulheres do Brasil.
Como se me desse um superpoder, sabe? Tá na cadeira de rugby.
Aracnídeos e aracnídeas, fofos e fofas, muito boa tarde, olha nós falando ao vivo em definitivo do CT Paralímpico Brasileiro.
Welcome back to São Paulo, Brazil. We are here with the match of the day, Brazil taking on Peru at home. Brazil has a huge crowd. They've been hyping them up for the past 20 minutes. Hopefully the music they're playing isn't gonna cause any copyright problems with YouTube. But here we are, getting ready to watch some rugby, cheering on Brazil, cheering on Peru. This is Peru's first America's Championship. And I think they're very excited to play that first game. My name is Dave Mengen. I'll be with you all game, all week, as we burn through 20 rugby games to determine the ultimate America's champion. Lots of children in the crowd cheering and dancing. I don't know, you probably hear them. Just had opening ceremonies, which was super exciting. So, getting ready to go here. I have the rosters. I do not have the starters. So we will determine them based on who is on the floor, although the kids are standing up, so I can't see a whole lot, even though I'm up at the top. As you can see, lots of activity. They're showing the stands in the arena so the kids can see themselves. And it looks like the marching band that was here earlier left their drum corps in the stands. So it's gonna be a loud one. Hang in there, folks. We got just under 8 minutes left up there on the clock until it starts. Now this game was supposed to start now, so I don't know what they're gonna do. I don't know if they're gonna keep that time up there or if they're gonna do something else. I think they're gonna, because opening ceremonies went a little long, they're going to give the teams the allotted warm-up time and hope it doesn't go to overtime, because there's only 2 hours between games, or a half hour between games, assuming it's 90 minutes to play. Peru with the short roster. Only 8 players that I see listed here. I got the impression they had a couple of people that classed out, which will certainly make their job more difficult. And Brazil, obviously being the home team, is stacked. 12 players. And they are the defending bronze medalists. They have won the bronze medal in all but one America's Championship. That was the first. Argentina beat them in a crazy game back when John Bishop was their coach. John was the president of the U.S. Rugby Foundation. He was president of the International Rugby Federation. Built the U.S.'s first website with his own hands. Hope John's out there listening, or at least doing well if he's not. Lots of time to fill here. So let's take a look at what we got going on. So you can kind of see the teams warming up, doing some drills, doing some scrimmaging, trying to get ready for this game. Obviously, it isn't technically professional sport. We don't get paid. But these athletes, they are in top condition. They've been training twice a day for weeks, 5 times a week for years, preparing for these tournaments. In case you didn't hear me say it earlier, São Paulo is 12.5 million people in the city proper. 22 million in the metropolitan area, the largest city in the southern hemisphere. The nickname is the land of drizzle. Now, we haven't seen any drizzle since I've been here, but it is technically fall coming into winter. So I'm sure there will be some drizzle.
O rugby em cadeira de rodas é um esporte paralímpico de muito contato e combina elementos do rugby, do basquete e do handebol. Você sabia que as partidas ocorrem em uma quadra nas mesmas dimensões que a de basquete? Pois é, são 28 metros de comprimento por 15 de largura. Em cada linha de fundo tem uma área-chave com 8 metros de largura e 1,75 m de comprimento, com 2 balizas nas extremidades. O objetivo do jogo é ultrapassar com a bola dominada entre essas 2 balizas e marcar um try. Ganha a equipe que marcar mais tries. Cada equipe é formada por até 12 jogadores, sendo que apenas 4 estão em quadra simultaneamente. E olha só, o rugby é um esporte misto, com a presença tanto de homens quanto de mulheres. Uma partida é disputada em 4 períodos de 8 minutos com intervalos entre eles. Se o placar permanecer empatado, é realizado um tempo extra de 3 minutos. E o cronômetro do jogo só avança quando a bola está em jogo. Os atletas recebem uma classificação de meio ponto a 3,5 pontos com base em sua habilidade funcional. A soma das pontuações dos 4 em quadra não deve ultrapassar 8 pontos, com exceção que, para cada jogadora de classificação funcional entre meio ponto e 1,5 ponto em quadra, a equipe receberá meio ponto extra e, para cada jogadora classificada entre 2 e 3,5 em quadra, a equipe receberá 1 ponto extra. Apenas 3 defensores podem permanecer na área-chave defensiva e os atletas que estão com a bola precisam quicar ou passar em até 8 segundos. Os atletas têm 8 segundos para repor a bola em jogo. A equipe deve atravessar do campo de defesa para o de ataque em até 12 segundos. A equipe tem 40 segundos de ataque para marcar o try ou perder a posse de bola. O contato físico entre os jogadores é proibido, mas o contato entre as cadeiras é permitido, desde que não seja depois do eixo da roda traseira. O rugby em cadeira de rodas é um esporte dinâmico que exige velocidade, resistência, tática, organização e comunicação das equipes. Chegou o momento que você esperava! É hora de bater cadeiras! Para quem vai a sua torcida?
Welcome back to São Paulo, Brazil. I don't know if you heard any of that stuff I was talking about for the last 8 minutes, but we're here to see Brazil take on Peru. The stands are full of children, and they've been hyped up for the past half hour, so they're going to be loud, and they are going to cheer, and they are going to support their team like no other. I see Peru going back in the tunnel, which makes me feel like Brazil will go back in the tunnel so they can be announced. So hang on to your hats. Number 11, Wwrac, their captain, comes out first for Brazil. And now he'll go back. Probably the announcers weren't ready, so they're going to redo it. Volunteers spent a lot of time putting that tunnel together. It's more than just an inflatable. There are connective pieces, and they had to tape them down the floor so the chairs wouldn't get stuck. Here he is, Captain Wwrac, number 11 for Brazil. Number 1, Gilson Wiersma. Number 2, Lucas Junqueira. Number 3, Guilherme Camargo. 5, Alex Taniguchi. Number 7, Gabriel Feitosa. Number 12, Alexandra Vitor. 14, Juana Cruz Ribeiro. 22 is Davidson Oliveira. 25, Cleonet Nazare. 30, Andre Castro. And finally, number 33, Rodolfo Polidoro. And now for Peru. Their captain with a tiny number. I can't see it. Well, coming out now is number 3, Jonathan Conto. Number 4, Derwin Alvarado. There he is. Number 5, Carlos Avila. Christian Gonzalez, number 6. Number 7, Pablo Reyna. Number 8, Jose Silva. The captain is number 10, Freddy Gonzalez. He came out first. And now we will have our national anthems. Please take off your hats at home. Now that the national anthems are complete, the teams will meet at half court. Shake hands and retreat to their sides to prepare for battle. Again, Brazil with 4 medals, all bronze. And this is Peru's first America's Championship. In fact, it's the first time there have ever been 8 teams at the America's Championship. Mexico played in one back in 2011. Paraguay competed once in 2017. We actually had 9 teams vying for these 8 slots. Uruguay did not make the cut in a 3-team round robin. And off we go. It'll be Feitosa scoring that first one, number 7 for Brazil. And this is going to be really challenging because I can't see anything. All the kids are standing up in front of me waving flags. Hit from behind is Alvarado. And when he gets hit, he hits the ball with his chair. Busts his way across. Well, I guess I can see on this tiny little monitor in front of me. So inbound goes to Peru. Number 4, Alvarado, trying to get around Feitosa, can't. 12 seconds expires, and they will turn it over. So Brazil attacking again, Feitosa. Dodges, makes a little move there. Scores their 4th try. Again, it's Alvarado trying to get by Feitosa, who steals it. Feitosa taking his time. And we'll get the penalty try as the Peruvian player gets punched across that active try line, which is a penalty. You cannot cross that line without the ball, no matter what team you're on. Inbound over the top. Alvarado again trying to get by Feitosa, having trouble. No one else can get out of the backcourt. With or without the ball, Peru cannot get to the half-court line. It's a matter of sheer speed. Just so different. This also, Brazil team is routinely ranked in the top 12. And Feitosa makes it 5-0. Peru trying to move it up court. And Feitosa comes up with it again. Out there with him, Wiersma, number 1. number 2, Junqueira. And number 11, Wwrac, their captain. I can't see the Peru bench at all because there are too many kids standing up in front of me with waving flags. I totally apologize. There are 10 kids standing up and 6 of them are right in front of me. So Peru inbounds the ball. Raz attacks it. That 12 seconds is going to come quickly. Again, no Peruvian player can get across half, and they'll turn it over again. Totally frustrated by the defense of Brazil. Alvarado trying to play defense on Feitosa. Cannot. Oh, and dropping it, Avila. Or is that Silva? Tries to make a bump pass, cannot. And Brazil will take it over again. The mayhem on the court is matched only in intensity by the mayhem in the stands. So a mass substitution by Brazil. Shows number 14, Ribeiro. Number 3, Camargo. And number 12, Zuriato. Chile fumbling the inbound again. Feitosa just doing so much damage. Gets it almost to half court. He's got a guy across. He just needs to get it to him. And the pass is way off. Feitosa makes it 10 unanswered points to start this game. They're treating this like football where you don't score very often. There's lots of singing and lots of dancing and lots of flag waving, and they are having a great time, especially as their team dominates Peru. Alvarado looking for an opening. Doesn't find one. In the corner, he's got Silva. But Silva now trapped. Needs to get out before he gets that 8-second call. And hit from behind as he either crossed the line or time expired. So Brazil takes over. Zuriato. And now Brazil will drop back and allow Peru across half after 12 contested tries. In the corner, Reyna, but that pass couldn't get to him, and he ended up hitting the cone anyway. So Brazil once again Feitosa doesn't even need to be out there. Oh, he almost popped that ball right out of the Peruvian player's lap. And stuck on the sideline. What a pit bull. He just ground that guy down. Coach Benoit Wwrac ready to put in some subs. Kanto, number 3, working his way back. But Peru pretty much playing 3 on 4. And there we go, 8 seconds in the key. That'll be Reina. Timeout call by Brazil. 2:46 left in the first, 14-0 our score. And Brazil, wholesale substitution. Number 30, Castro. Number 33, Polidoro. Number 25, Nazare. And number 5, Taniguchi. Taniguchi been with this team a long time as well. Peru hangs on to it. He had trouble holding it, almost went out of bounds. Being swiped at there by Polidoro. And 12 seconds expires. Turning ball over once more is Peru. So Peru, not a deep bench. They don't really have that many people they can go to. This being their top 4. Putting on the pressure is Alvarado. Taniguchi patient. Working the clock. Waiting for his opportunity. He sees that corner, it's wide open. Opened up by Nazare. Alvarado comes up alone, waiting for his teammates. Silva looking for someone to throw to. Alvarado gets out of the key. Running out of time, shot clock's down to 4. And 8 seconds, no dribble. The children are shifting around. So it'll be Polidoro. Again, being patient. 28 seconds left, 15 on the shot clock. 10 seconds. Passes it over. Nazare. Peru inbounds quickly. Brazil dropping back into the key. 12 seconds remaining. They're attacking, trying to score that first try of the game. For the top, caught by number 8. Silva pushes across and gets their first try with 0.8 seconds remaining. A huge moral victory for Peru as they score their first try on the final possession of the first quarter. We'll have a 2-minute break and we'll be back with more wheelchair rugby here at the America's Championship in São Paulo, Brazil.
Se a família aumentar e isso não tava no orçamento, se enganou, meu bem, pode vir que esse é o seu momento.
Na Caixa, você tem o crédito certo para cada momento. Contrate pelo app Caixa ou saiba mais pelo site. Crédito Caixa. Vem que é seu.
Amigos imparáveis!
Ah, essas pestes imparáveis não tem mais nada pra fazer?
Flecha de torta de chantilly!
Mas o quê?
Ufa! Ter a maior piscina do mundo só pra mim. Espera! Que isso? Não!
Agora ninguém mais vai roubar a água da cidade.
Quem vai me desafiar?
Os Paramigos!
Tava demorando!
Parece que seu plano virou um croissant mal alçado.
Paramigos imparáveis!
All right. Back here in São Paulo, we have Peru inbounding, getting some clarification there on the sideline from the referee. Before they inbound, Brazil dropped in the key. Our score 17-1, Brazil dominating the first quarter. Now Peru on the attack. Number 10, Gonzalez, trying to get a pick from his low pointer. And we got a push. It looked like she said push. Either way, it's a turnover. And Brazil takes over. Polidoro once again with the ball. And he'll score the try. Hopefully you can't hear me yawn. I'm still on Spain time, so it's like 9:30 there. Oh, and the ball dropped as he tries to dribble it. So we have an equipment issue for Peru. Looks like it's their inbounder. Captain Freddy Gonzalez, number 10, has Polidoro on him. Again, Kanto number 3. Ball is across half. And because, well, if it didn't touch a player, that's not going to make any difference. They're going to bring it all the way back because there was no contact made. If it had touched a player, it would have had come all the way down. So maybe it did touch a player because they didn't bring it back. Polidoro. Peru gets a quick inbound. Gonzalez trying to find his way out. Double pressure. Ill-advised pass to his low pointer. Gives it back. And we ran out of 12 seconds. Brazil takes over, looking for their 20th try of the first half. Polidoro. Gonzalez, number 6, gets the inbound, and now we have an equipment call by Gonzalez. We have an equipment call by Freddie Gonzalez, number 10. Number 6 is Christian Gonzalez. And here we go. Referee looking for somebody to inbound. She started the clock. He's got to get that going, get it out. Freddie Gonzalez. Freddie attacking to the key. Polidoro putting on the pressure. And we have leaving the court. Kanto, number 3, just got muscled across the line. And Brazil, again, substitutions. This time it's Viersma, number 1. Taniguchi is out there again. No, he's number 5. And 25, Nazare. Polidoro tries to pass it. Knocked down by Freddie Gonzalez. Taniguchi gets it back. Nazare back and across. Gets the try. Peru having a rough start to this tournament, down 21-1, and we're only 3 minutes into the second. Freddie Gonzalez twisted. Ball goes off the face of Kanto. Oh, that's not Kanto, that's Reyna. Number 7 for Peru. Brazil. patiently working it. Shot clock is down to 13 behind this big green and yellow flag. Pass dropped, picked up, dumped. Shot clock about to expire. And Taniguchi going to make a last-ditch effort. Too late as time expires. And Peru creates a turnover. Brazil started off patient there, and they ran out of time. Maybe a little too patient. But they're still up by 20 tries as we get ready to cross the halfway point in this second quarter. And busting through to double up their try count is Freddie Gonzalez, number 10. Polidoro moving slowly. Not sure what the strategy is here. Are they just trying to get it over with? Nazare takes the pass, takes it across. And I earlier said I thought that USA was the only team here with 2 female players, but clearly Brazil also has 2. Of course, I hadn't seen them play. And the roster doesn't have a gender listed, so no, we've got a mess in the key. A lot of players trapped. It's Gonzalez Christian, number 6. And I don't think they got the try. The referees are behaving like they got the try, but it's not on the board. It still says 22-2. The referee is standing behind the try line with the ball as if Brazil should be inbounding there. So Peru should ask somebody why they didn't score that try, because they should have 3. Oh, no. They inbounded from the corner. I was wrong. Okay. Well, they were right with the number of tries. Oh, reaching in from behind is Kanto. Not sure how he thought there was any chance he could do anything from that position. Whenever you go in from behind, they're going to call a foul because they just assume there was one. You're going to make contact. You can't pick the front pocket from the back. Oh, and pushed across the line again is Reyna. He's going to have to learn where that try line is. So now Peru has 2 players in the penalty box. Now the penalty rules have changed. The players used to sit a minute. But now, there are only 40 seconds. Is that right? 40? Oh, 30. Sorry, 30-second penalty. And now the ref is trying to explain to the player how to get out of the gate of the penalty box. And meanwhile, the players that were out there turned it over. That'll be Polidoro looping around. 2 minutes, 2 seconds left in the first half. Score is 24-2, Brazil dominating Peru. Now, Peru, I'm sure, will perform better against some of their other opponents. But they have a very tough match coming up on Sunday against USA. USA doesn't have substitutions that will make this closer. Another turnover. Ball passed in to the inside. Now Reina trapped in the key, as well as his Brazilian counterpart. If he can hold him there, he could get 8 seconds in the key, but he can't. He was trying to get off so he could play defense. So Ribeiro, number 14, and Juriato, number 12, back on the floor for Brazil. Freddy Gonzalez, number 10, gets through. And that'll be Peru's third try of the match. Pressure put on by Freddy Gonzalez. Coming up the court, Juriato. He'll get the try, making it 25-3. Only 50 seconds remaining in the first half. Long pass, knocked down. Picked up by Polidoro, and the pass and the try. 26-3, 45 seconds remaining. Freddy Gonzalez looking to score one more. Corner's open, but he was too slow on it. Allowed Nazare to get into the corner. And now in danger. Turnover. Juriato. So Christian Gonzalez once again put it up to Freddy Gonzalez with 3 seconds remaining, and that will be the end of the first half. 27-3 our score. Brazil putting on a clinic in Peru's first game in an America's Championship. We have a 5-minute break, although the clock's only set to 2, but we'll see what happens here. I'm going to sign off, let them do commercials, and we'll see you back here in 5 minutes.
O rugby em cadeira de rodas é um esporte paralímpico de muito contato e combina elementos do rugby, do basquete e do handebol. Você sabia que as partidas ocorrem em uma quadra nas mesmas dimensões que a de basquete? Pois é, são 28 metros de comprimento por 15 de largura. Em cada linha de fundo tem uma área-chave com 8 metros de largura e 1,75 m de comprimento, com 2 balizas nas extremidades. O objetivo do jogo é ultrapassar com a bola dominada entre essas 2 balizas e marcar um try. Ganha a equipe que marcar mais tries. Cada equipe é formada por até 12 jogadores, sendo que apenas 4 estão em quadra simultaneamente. E olha só, o rugby é um esporte misto, com a presença tanto de homens quanto de mulheres. Uma partida é disputada em 4 períodos de 8 minutos com intervalos entre eles. Se o placar permanecer empatado, é realizado um tempo extra de 3 minutos. E o cronômetro do jogo só avança quando a bola está em jogo. Os atletas recebem uma classificação de meio ponto a 3,5 pontos com base em sua habilidade funcional. A soma das pontuações dos 4 em quadra não deve ultrapassar 8 pontos, com exceção que, para cada jogadora de classificação funcional entre meio ponto e 1,5 ponto em quadra, a equipe receberá meio ponto extra e, para cada jogadora classificada entre 2 e 3,5 em quadra, a equipe receberá 1 ponto extra. Apenas 3 defensores podem ter organização e comunicação das equipes. Chegou o momento da organização e comunicação das equipes. Chegou o momento que você esperava. É hora de bater cadeiras. Para quem vai a sua torcida?
Eu convido todos vocês a virem acompanhar a Copa América aqui no Centro de Treinamento Paralímpico Brasileiro. Os jogos vão ser de 11 a 15 de julho. Acompanhar essa modalidade emocionante, tenho certeza que quem nunca viu e vê pela primeira vez vai se apaixonar.
É uma modalidade que te transporta para aquele momento, que te transporta para aquela energia maravilhosa que você vê em quadra.
Para você que está a fim de assistir uma modalidade diferente, assim, dinâmica e bem legal, assim, venha conhecer o rugby em cadeira de rodas e assistir os jogos da Copa América que vai ser realizado aqui em São Paulo.
Torçam muito para o Brasil, com certeza a gente vai conseguir alcançar o nosso objetivo final, que é conseguir uma medalha na Copa América.
Venha participar, nos acompanhe, venha trazer essa energia, essa torcida aí de casa, aqui para dentro da quadra.
Torçam junto com a gente.
We're getting ready to start the second half of this third game in the Americas Championship. Day 1 here in São Paulo. We have Brazil on the attack. Polidoro. Got Zuriato isolating the chaser so that he can come around, score that try. And punched across the line, out of bounds. Number 1, Poimape. Brazil setting up for their attack. And 4 in the key is the call. There were 4 defenders inside that key area that you see is green and yellow and white. Only 3 defenders can be inside there, so put in 4, it's a penalty. Now, the referee is going to say, hey, you need to go in the penalty box because that's not a turnover. You didn't have the ball. So off goes Reyna, who's had a lot of trouble in the key today. Getting knocked across the line, coming into the key when 3 of his buddies were there. Polidoro has that corner wide open. Nazare opened it up, but ducking underneath there, Poamape. And they end up getting the try. So Peru will inbound. Eight seconds. He had 8 seconds to inbound. He did not. And now it will be Brazil's ball. Let's see if Brazil can get it in. Number 5, Avila, who is trying to inbound there. He'll be inbounding here as well. I believe Avila was there when we first started up trying to get this team going. He's been on this team for a long time. Several years ago, the Gladiators went to Peru to try and start up 9 new teams in South America. The established teams, Colombia, Argentina, and Brazil, each adopted 3 countries to try and help them get programs started. Peru, Paraguay, Chile, Uruguay. I don't remember all the countries, but anyway, all had representatives there, and we kind of taught them the game and tried to help them understand what they needed to do in order to get started. And then we had a friendly match with the players that were there and the players from the different countries who came out from Argentina and Colombia and the United States. It was fun. And we got at least 4 new teams out of the deal. Four new countries playing rugby. 30-3 is our score. 6:14 left in the third. Brazil patiently attacking. Peru now coming at the key. And they will say that Polidoro got more than the ball there, so he will spend 30 seconds in the sin bin. Peru with the man advantage. Let's see what they can do with it here. 31-3. Avila to inbound. Poamape. He's got his pick. but he got hung up on it, so he couldn't get out. Just going to have to work his way back around. Oh. And there you go. Scoring the try is number 7, Reyna. Peru is definitely outmatched on speed here. And it looks like Brazil is getting ready to bring out 4 new players. Now Brazil players come out to attack. Not getting any help on the pick off the Brazilian chair, but we've got 8 seconds in the key. That'll be Avila creating that penalty. And off go the Brazilian players. Feitosa coming back. Wwrac, number 22, looks like number 30, Castro. And the inbound coming from 3, Camargo. Gets out of the corner. Brazil taking their time. Feitosa waiting for his teammates to come back to help him. Now that they're there, 15 seconds left on his shot clock. He knows he should be able to score at will, and he proves it right there. So Brazil content to grind down this clock. Feitosa back with a vengeance. Forces the pass and then goes and chases it down. Calls back his teammates. Rather than attack by himself, he wants to get them involved. Get these younger players in here. Get them running a play so they can get game experience. 33-4, 3.5 minutes left in the third. The corner is not there. But it'll be Camargo. Crossing the line. Marking the try. And the pass off. Feitosa calls back his team. Talking to his coach, Wwrac. Feitosa just muscles number 5, Avila, across the line. So instead of a penalty try, he will serve in the box. He doesn't know it yet, but he needs to go pay the piper. Don't do the crime if you can't do the time. Don't do it. Having just come back from Spain, I keep saying thank you in Spanish instead of Portuguese. Feitosa trying to force another player out, unable to do so, but his teammates do. One thing you young players have to remember is to stay away from that line when you've got someone in the penalty box, because now it's 4-on-2, and when they score, it's going to be 4-on-3, and they're already having trouble getting across half. They're going to try and do it with 3. It looks like the school children have gone home. Must be nap time. They were older kids. But I could see, it felt like a nap. And now we have another Peruvian player over the line, not learning from his teammates' mistakes. So they have to bring somebody on from the bench, because you can't have one player out there. You need to be able to inbound to someone. So they're going to explain this to the Peruvian bench. Got to bring somebody on, but it has to be somebody who can make a legal line if the other two get on the floor. That shouldn't be too hard because they're both low pointers. So they bring in number 6, Christian Gonzalez. And Brazil now 4-on-2 with 3 players in the box. So now Avila will come back on, and he just got a penalty for coming on wrong. Nope, she's just trying to tell him to get into the gate. We have another penalty. He will go back in the box because he didn't come out legally. When you come out, if you can see the box over on the other side, there's 2 little short lines at the end of it that define a space you have to come through. And you can only come out straight or at no more than a 45-degree angle either way. And he went kind of down the sideline to get through. So they're going to put him back in the penalty box. His coach is explaining what he did wrong. And did they make him use a timeout to do it? I think they are supposed to, because that was definitely longer than a minute. Now we have an equipment issue. Feitosa, number 7 for Brazil. Bull in China shop. .229 remaining in the third. 35-4 our score. They didn't put him back in the box. 8 seconds, no inbound, turnover. I'm confused about what just happened there. Quick score. And now, adding a low pointer. Nope, you cannot come on at that angle unless you call inbounder. Now he's using the sideline. He can't go over the sideline to gain an advantage. The referee's going to let him play a little bit. They still are unable to inbound. And now it'll be another turnover. But Peru will be back at full strength once Brazil scores their 37th try. Now Brazil going to cover that penalty box. So this player can't come on. He must not know he can call inbounder. I think we need a little clinic down in Peru. Rob, can you help me set that up? Rob, the education coordinator for the World Wheelchair Rugby. Again, unable to inbound. 2 players tied up. I don't think Avila can get over the top of Feitosa, so we have another 8-second penalty. This just seems mean at this point. Like, I know you want your guy to get some time out there to prepare for bigger games. There we go. Coach Wwrac told his guys to let off the screws and let those guys get back onto the court so we can play some rugby. That was a long exchange, a lot of 8-second violations, a lot of penalties served. And this game already started late. This one's going to go long. A turnover. Another loose ball bouncing off somebody's chair. Feitosa, his teammates are not coming. He's just burning up clock. He doesn't need their help, really. And now we got an equipment call. Since Feitosa turned away from the active try line, he wasn't in the process of heading toward it. The defender can call equipment. He only wants tape. Now he has the rubber on the back of his glove. That gives him the traction to push. Is falling off. The finale of Murderbot just showed up in Apple Plus. In case any of you are watching that. I downloaded all the episodes so I could watch them on my way here. It's interesting. Feitosa. Seems like everyone else is standing still. 39-4, 1 minute 10 remaining. Brazil dropping back. Peru dropping the ball. That'll be Poemape, number 1. And now we have equipment. We got a flat tire on Reyna's chair. Reyna, number 7 for Peru. "31-second differential between shot clock and game clock. Only 22 on the shot. I don't think you can see that. So Peru will start over here on the side and try and get their 5th try of the match. Poemape. Camargo reaching in. Avila, not sure what to do with it. And the shot clock expires, giving Brazil the ball once again. Feitosa doesn't even have to push hard to beat the Peruvian players. He's just so much faster. Six seconds. Camargo opens up the corner, and Feitosa scores with 2 seconds remaining. And that'll be the end of the third. 40-4 is our score. Teams will take a 2-minute break. We will take a 2-minute break, and we'll be right back.
Ter a Copa América aqui no Brasil é algo muito significativo.
Copa América é o próximo campeonato mais importante que a gente tem. a nossa primeira meta, nosso objetivo, que é se manter como a terceira potência da América.
Acredito que o Brasil está numa crescente, assim. A gente tem conseguido fazer jogos melhores contra os países tops do mundo.
Ganhar de um Canadá, de um Estados Unidos. E isso é muito bom. Nosso trabalho está sendo bem feito para isso.
A gente vem se preparando muito, muito mesmo. A gente está no esporte de alto rendimento, né? O rugby é isso.
A gente está treinando mesmo bastante, muito focado.
Estamos preparando da melhor forma possível, tentando enfrentar essas seleções que estão no top 5 do mundo.
É um campeonato que abre portas gigantescas para o Brasil. Ainda mais a gente sediando esse campeonato.
Estou bem ansioso para isso, jogar em casa vai ser muito bacana.
A gente precisa fazer a melhor festa possível, com uma seleção brigando forte por medalha.
All right, here we are, final quarter of this match here in São Paulo, Brazil, at the Paralympic Training Center. Brazil makes it 41-4. Peru struggling against this Brazilian team. Again, the Brazil team is phenomenal. We haven't even really seen their best line. Oh, that looked like it hurt. Feitosa went down. I don't know if that was a vertical or if he did it to himself trying to fight his way in. Trying to get around the corner. And since he turned away from the attack, they will bring Feitosa up off the ground. Oh, that's not Feitosa. That's Braz. Right? Nope, it's not Braz. Yeah, it is. Braz, number 11. Now, those symbols on the front kind of look like numbers with my eyes. Oh, Chris Cook, where are you when I need you? Need a nice, long, old-school rugby story. Junqueira, number 2, out there with Braz, as well as Polidoro, number 33. And 30, Castro, is in the corner of their key. At the line, Peru gets it across. Now working on the key. It's 2-on-3 right now. Tries to go to the corner, fighting into the middle. Too late, though, with the ball. And it's gone. Alvarado fought his way in there. But the pass from Christian Gonzalez came too late. The defenders got underneath him. Quick inbound there by Junqueira. Junqueira? Kera. Polidoro. Braz, waiting patiently, zips in and intercepts that pass. Peru again on the attack, looking at that key. And we got 4 in the key. It'll be Polidoro serving the penalty, as he was the last one to get into the key, making it 4. So Peru preparing to inbound. Reina got it in, gets it back, drops the pass. It's a race. Can Alvarado get there? He can't. Braz may have touched it last, no? He did not. So it will be Brazil's ball, shorthanded. Oh, no. She pointed that way. Caught. And passed back to the hands of Braz. Alvarado seems to be quicker, but I think just because of the classifications they've got on their bench, makes it harder. It's hard to put a line together for Peru. And off the wheel of Junqueira. But Peru retains it. Inbound to Reina. We'll give it right back. Christian Gonzalez gets in a dribble. Gets a little help from Alvarado, but vertical spin. He hit him too hard and he flipped over. And the reason that's illegal is because it's super dangerous. You know, when you come down like that, you can come down on the metal of the picker or onto the floor, and concussions are the thing we really got to avoid here. You crush my finger, it'll heal, but a concussion, that can be forever. I've seen guys get their fingers hit and they exploded out the end, and they're okay, but you don't want to bash your head on somebody's picker. So because that was a turnover, he does not have to stay in the penalty box. He doesn't need to go to the penalty box at all. He just went there out of habit. But rather than 30 seconds, they got the ball. Braz putting the pressure on. Now we have equipment. Looks like Mike, it might be Kanto. I can't really see his number, but I don't see it on the sideline, so that's who it's going to be, Kanto. He is the low pointer. He looks like a .5 out there. Nope. I think that's Kanto over there, so. Who's their other? Oh, could that be Reina? That's who it is. It's Reina. Now that I can see him closer with the camera. Numero 7. Siete in Spanish. Of course, we are in Brazil, so it should be Portuguese. But I don't know any Portuguese. What I do know is rugby. And I know that low pointer needs to get the heck out of the key, or he's going to get 8 seconds. He was backing out, and he changed his mind. I hope Peru is coming to Costa Rica in the fall. Love to work with those guys and kind of help them out on some fundamentals and some rules. Braz sends it up to Polidoro. And now 4:19 left in the fourth, 48-4. Peru gets across half. Gonzalez makes a little move on Braz and pushed across the line before he has the ball is number 4, Derwin Alvarado. Oh, that is not the high school drum corps. That is the local football team, I'm sure. That is a huge flag, and I gotta say, it is a huge obstacle. Even just kind of standing there as tightly compressed as they can while it stands upright, it's a big obstacle. I can't see half the key. I also feel like I'm watching from jail because there's bars between me and the court. It's a safety railing, but, you know, I'm short. I'm in a wheelchair. I'm like 4'5". So equipment call. I'm not sure which Peruvian player because two of them had their hands on their shoulders, giving the symbol, the sign for I have an equipment problem. But here we go. Gonzalez beats Polidoro, and then Polidoro gets back into position. And now Brazil picking on the low pointer again. Not learning his lesson. (49-4) our score. Player goes to the penalty box, but he doesn't need to. It was a turnover rather than a box penalty. Looks like Kanto's really struggling out there to move around. That was interesting. Gonzalez came in and hit Nazare, but he didn't finish the hit. She could have gone across the line, but he kind of let go with his hands. He bumped her, and then he turned around. If he had followed through, he could have punched her across because she moved a lot, and she was face up on him. Right, wheelchairs don't move sideways so well, but when you go front to back to somebody, you got the wheels going in the right direction to make something happen. 51-4, 2 minutes 48 remaining. This our third blowout of the day. And looking at what's in front of me, Colombia versus Paraguay. That is at 6 p.m. local time. I believe that's 5 Eastern U.S. time. And again, picking on the low pointer. I can't see it through the flag, but I can see the Brazilian players muscling them. All right, we know your players know how to do it. Call them off. Oh, off the front of the Brazilian chair. That was Polidoro. He gave it up. Stopping at the line is Gonzalez. Now he's across, but he loses a handle on his dribble. Picked up by Oliveira. Polidoro passes it across to Camargo, making it 52-4. 1 minute 47 left in this match. So, if Colombia versus Paraguay doesn't interest you, it may not. Tomorrow, we have 4 much more interesting games on tap. More interesting than the first 3 we've seen today. Argentina versus Peru, Chile versus Paraguay, Canada versus Colombia, and USA versus Brazil. The seedings are a lot closer, so the game should be a lot closer. I expect we're going to see some interesting rugby. That darn flag, I cannot see that key at all. So Brazil takes possession. Pass long. Picked up anyway by Polidoro. Nazare is in the penalty box, so it's 4-on-3, but it's really only 3-on-3 because Kanto is sitting back by his own key. 3-on-3 all day you should be able to handle. Offense should always win, unless the points are super lopsided. And as Nazare comes back on the floor, Brazil scores their 53rd try. Now under a minute, 46 seconds, 10 seconds differential from the shot clock. I think that was an attempt to crash by Gonzalez. Gonzalez stuck there. He needs to get out of that key. He's trying to hold a player so he can open up the corner. And it'll be number 10, Freddy Gonzalez, scoring that one. Polidoro comes back. 18 seconds left, no shot clock. He's going to use as much of this clock up as he can. Freddy, number 10, trying to swipe it out. 6 seconds left. He's going to get 8 seconds if he doesn't cross. And Brazil up 54-5, 2.9 seconds remaining. That should be our final score as Brazil drops away. Peru will inbound. And Brazil gets their first win of the tournament. And Peru gets their first taste of America's Championship Rugby. In 24 minutes, we will have Colombia and Paraguay competing on this same floor here in São Paulo, Brazil. My name is Dave Mengen. If you can't come back and join me for that one, certainly come back and join me on Saturday, where the games look to be much more exciting. Thanks for sitting with me. We'll see you in 24 minutes.
rugby ele não é só um esporte, ele é mudança de vida.
Para mim, o esporte é uma ferramenta de transformação.
Que quem conhece o rugby e está dentro dele tem essa visão. Que se eu posso aqui, eu posso lá fora também. Então nada me limita.
Para mim é incrível poder jogar rugby. E ainda quebrar todo esse estereótipo que o pessoal tem com a tetraplegia. As pessoas olham pra gente achando que é casca de ovo, né? Ah, não pode encostar que vai quebrar. E acho que o rugby quebra muito isso.
A adrenalina que eu consegui perder lá atrás, no rugby eu conquistei novamente. Porque é um esporte de muito contato, de muita agressividade.
A gente tem todo o respeito, assim, que tem um contato, tem a violência, aparente violência, mas aí depois a gente se respeita. Então o rugby eu acho um esporte, dos esportes paralímpicos, é um bem legal de assistir, assim, por conta dessa dinâmica de ser bem correria pra lá e pra cá e muita pancada.
E é um esporte de muita adrenalina, cara, que os atletas batem, caem, levantam, gritam, sabe? Estão ali o tempo inteiro de muita intensidade e isso acaba que atrai o público, sabe?
E a galera começa a perceber que um atleta tetraplégico consegue sim jogar uma modalidade radical, com vários contatos. Isso não tem explicação.
A gente consegue se expressar através do rugby em cadeira de rodas.
Pode conversar com qualquer atleta de rugby, o tanto que isso transformou o seu cotidiano, a sua independência, o seu valor, o seu entendimento enquanto pessoa com deficiência, empodera e faz as pessoas entenderem isso de uma forma lúdica, né?
Você estar numa cadeira de rugby significa que eu vou destruir quadra, sabe? Tipo, é tentar lutar pelo time ou pela seleção mesmo e dar em tudo.
A gente é atleta, a gente gosta de ganhar a qualquer custo, sabe? A batalhar por aquilo.
É tão bom estar com essa camisa no peito como estar representando todas as mulheres do Brasil.
Como se me desse um superpoder, sabe? Tá na cadeira de rugby.